Jesus. Let me fix that for now. Haha. Sorry, guys. I only meant it to be just one stream here. There we go. Can everyone hear me all right? Just this. All right. Sorry, I meant to wear my trusty hat today. I didn't even quite have time to get ready because I was getting a gimbal prepared just in case we got cut off this time like we have the past couple times here. So good deal. Tonight I just mainly wanted to talk on how I figured out that based on everything in the past that I have came in the last couple live streams, and cool, we got 4 people here this time. How's it going, everyone? But let's see. I made a little note here. I think that the convoy from California needs to plan really well long before they get to DC. I mean, I believe that this would justify the. Hi, Mom. I believe this would justify all the security they added to DC because up until now, it hasn't really made sense with all the giant gates and the security and stuff like that. But I believe that since America is inherently more violent than Canada and has lots more guns and whatnot, and it's just kind of expected. Well, it's expected from these, I don't know, these theatric people that are puppeted by, in my opinion, the continuity of government folks who I have no clue who they are. But I believe that because the president keeps signing the emergency keep signing the Emergency Powers Act. Shit, I don't even remember what it's called at the moment. It's scrolling across the bottom though, but it puts the continuity of government folks in charge and pretty much makes everyone else just puppets, in my opinion. And that's my opinion alone. I mean, I just believe that they're going to insert one of those bad actors into the mix and somewhere near DC and justify being able to use those security measures that they've had up nonsensically forever. And even though we all know that that insurrection time there was completely staged, people were being let in. We all know that bullshit. Pardon my language, but check out my shirt. I hope you guys like it. Be excellent to each other. It makes me think of Rex Bear, as I'm sure this hat does too. Get yours at tinfoilcap.co. Julian is an expert at making these, and him and Rex together are a force majeure when it comes to keeping the 5G and other things out of your head, your body. They got even baby jumpers, last I checked, keep all that crazy RF signals out of your head and everywhere else, ball blockers, whatever. Anyway, but I was trying to tie it all together the other night. Thanks, CW. I was trying to tie it all together the other night, and that's the only thing I could come up with. And shortly after, forget who I was listening to. I think it was that guy on Brighteon that has the health report or something like that. I know that he interviewed Dr. Paul Cottrell, which I believe that I didn't quite get to re-listen to everything that I last heard from one of his recent streams. I forget what he was referring to it as. It's linked in the show notes. I actually got the sources up there that brought me to this, with the exception of watching the first season of Jack Reacher on Amazon. That's actually what hit me like a ton of bricks as to why we're doing this false flag nonsense and pushing it so hard with Russia, which is so obvious to me. I mean, think, hell, I'm not even going to link it to back to the beginning quite yet because I don't want to risk getting shut down early before I get my main points out here. But I can say Trudeau's not as evil as our government can get, and our government will definitely plant some bad actors on that convoy shortly before DC. I see it coming now. I mean, there's no way that, you know, a simple protest would be as peaceful in America as it would be in Canada. And you Canadians, that's awesome what you guys got going in Parliament. I got to stop and talk about that for a second because I was watching Jordan Peterson. Yeah. Usually I'm watching his daughter and she's telling me how to paleo diet because I don't know, that makes more sense than anything until I talk to some Russians who believe that you can live without eating, sleeping, or drinking as long as you do it right. But that's a story for a complete other day. Anyway, speaking of, over there, you can purchase. Let me see here real fast. You can purchase. Oh, come on. Oh, and the site magically disappeared. Oh, no, it's doing it in Russian. It just won't let me do it in English. Go figure. I should have connected to a VPN. Still waiting on that Quixbox, Miss Millennial Millie and Gavin. I hope that it comes soon because nonsense like this is something for the birds. Yeah, it appears that listing magically disappeared. Well, you could get 15 kilowatt hours, or maybe it was 50 for life without you just give a little donation to the person in the listing and they will send you a machine that is free energy for life. And all right, too much sun on my face. How is that? I think I got sunburn. I was doing the roof all day and that's why I'm all blah. And I don't know why that is focusing on my mic. Let's pull this off to the side and see if it. All right. I feel like if you can hear me, this may be my ideal chilling mode. I don't know. All right. Or, sorry. It's gonna drive me nuts. Gonna drive everyone nuts. Maybe just me. I don't know. Hey, that's a little better. Now, if the brightness compensation would kick in, we'd all be good. All right. My point being, that's driving me nuts. Advertise. All right. Notice Allegheny Slim back there. I got him dressed up like Hunter S. Thompson, authentic 70s shirt that was my dad's, and mask. Allegheny Slim, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then yeah, just check my channel after the stream. It's my first indulgence into like studio grade special effects, but I figured why not? All right, well, I must say, I thought it was interesting that China sanctioned Raytheon and Lockheed over a Taiwan deal to safeguard its sovereignty, which I didn't. I mean, I don't think it's funny, but I've talked to people who are not Hague Treaty members who say there was no chip shortage and it's all something manufactured by us, actually, as the United States. I'm hoping that I'm hoping Jordan Peterson there not him, but I guess he's an ex-premier of Canada. He was making some kind of announcement, which I unfortunately missed. So I haven't been up on that, but they are taking the proper routes all the way, regardless of what happens, through the courts, using the system. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Now, I am a proponent of doing things that way. I just think that the people in our version of the honkening should think really hard before going to DC, or meet somewhere else other than DC, but don't tell mainstream media until the last minute. Just suddenly start gathering in like St. Louis or something, or West Virginia, where we would protect y'all with guns and pride. Plus, we're hungry, so you can bring the honkening here every day, because our shelves are pretty empty from everything. But we're supporting you guys. I'm happy, healthy. I'm not actually hungry, but we would definitely give you guys an interesting time. And everyone that I've met in the state, just about, at least in our area here in the Mid-Ohio Valley, right on the Ohio River, is very, very welcoming to people like yourselves. And we have plenty of interstate that you could clog up and no one would really miss that bad, I'm sure. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but we have plenty of roadways, and I'm sure people would get behind it if you guys wanted to just straddle through our little Route 50 or something. I don't know. But I got a bad feeling about DC, so y'all better think twice about that as you leave Barstow and go on your way. I haven't even seen if that had started quite yet, but trying to figure out what's up with the weird color. Why my camera is not focusing on me. And why it's focusing on this. Anyhow. Goodness, I'm definitely sunburned. I'm starting to break out. All right. Alrighty then. All right. Anyhow. All right. So what links it back to that is, let's see. Now, I said I would link everything back to the beginning with the truckers. All right. So we got the truckers. We got them being funded by down the road Ukraine. We got all these things coming from Ukraine, like the Facebook censorship of the Trump election this last time, or maybe it was the Clinton time. I don't remember, but the whistleblower, nonetheless, from Facebook said that they were paid by the exact same Burisma Holdings, which is the energy company that I feel is probably mob rule when it comes to Ukraine. According to Putin, I was reading an article that Zero Hedge had shared, and Putin had said that basically the separatist states in Ukraine that where they were claiming that basically those people were Russians attacking Ukraine or something of that sort. I don't know. Ask old Lee Wheelbarger. He could tell you. But supposedly Putin has been saying that those people basically were sort of started by the Soviet version of Russia, and before Russia became, I don't really know whether it's considered democratic or what it is, but they got a president, so we'll just say it's something like this, but probably a little more cloak and dagger, since old Putin was KGB and likes to ride the bear. But who doesn't like to ride bears in their spare time? No, I'm just kidding. Maybe the left. I don't know. But they adopted Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and everyone knows that the world runs even the world banks run on the United States petrodollar, and that's why, well, part of why we're the world police and this and that. And I mean, we're gonna do whatever the continuity of government linked with world banks or Putin and Trudeau and all the other bad actors trying to push the COVID narrative, which I also read an article today saying that a new state of emergency was declared on COVID, which is patently ridiculous. We all know this. I don't know whether Biden's trying to get some popularity points, brownie points. Maybe he's high-fiving some people. Maybe it is continuity of government. But I have a feeling Pelosi has her mitts in continuity of government somehow. Man, I really, really wish that dark journalist would join me because he could fill in on the details that I can't seem to remember. But, live UN Security Council hosts open session on Ukraine. And something I found interesting is Putin wanted to recognize those portions of Ukraine that are having the infighting right now as their own sovereign countries separate from Ukraine. And I feel as if he wanted to just all out attack Ukraine and war this and steal bits of country that. He wouldn't be doing that probably. And I mean, it's all because of the petrodollar. If you disagree, give me some logical reason why, because I can't find any other logical reason why. I mean, Saddam wanted to go to the gold standard. What'd we do? Boom. No one really knows how he was linked to 9/11, but we went there. We raided their museums of artifacts that I'm not going to get into those because you'll probably call me a conspiracy theorist, and we're talking about news now. However, well, I am theorizing, but a lot of it's based on fact. It's educated guesses and logic. I mean, common sense will tell you that, I mean, if we did it to Saddam and Qaddafi back in the 70s, 80s, as Hypernormalization, the 3-hour documentary that was funded by BBC, and obviously for reasons, if you watch it, you'll see it was never aired, but for some reason YouTube hasn't gotten rid of it. I think it's not on their radar, but you should watch that. But it talks about how Gaddafi just wanted to, have a better nation. He had dreams of making everything better. He wasn't the people they say it was. And supposedly every time Syria committed some act of war because they were special or something, no one's really 100% sure, but I think they have some ancient technology from one of the 2 to 3 at the very least times in the past we've had high technology before reset. But regardless, he kept getting blamed because of his idealism and wanting to pay off his country's debt and get on the I don't know if he wanted to get on the gold standard, but he wanted to pay off the debt to the world banks, Bank of England, all that stuff, and stop being a line item on their UK LTD whatever, formerly UK LTD, now private property of the Queen. I'm not really sure. I need to catch up on that as well. Anyhow, excuse me. All right, where was I? All right, they're adopting the cryptocurrencies, and now that threatens the world American petrodollar standard. And on top of that, Russia is a superpower, and we really need to think it through before even consigning to a war as people, if we can keep from being forced into it. Because if we have either a bad actor pulling some violent, crazy stuff that is claiming to be part of our little trucker crusade across America to DC, and if they pull something crazy and, are basically part of a false flag perpetrated by, once again, our government, just to get their way. That would take away our freedoms, carte blanche, just like Canada, except they would actually have good reason to do it. And I mean, that's a way to put it under a state of emergency. But if that Zero Hedge tweet has any truth behind it, then apparently they're going to try and pull the COVID nonsense again, and which is, I think, is retarded thing to do, especially so close to midterm elections. But I mean, if they're expecting, something crazy to go down due to all the security they still haven't taken down, and never quite explained why they put up. And they put DC, what was it, Capitol Police. They gave them like basically their own military force, more or less. But like it's crazy. They got SWAT teams and stuff. They beefed up everything over nothing, because everyone knows the DC police let those people in. I've seen the leader of BLM, well, one of the leaders, I don't know what he was exactly, but he was part of it, being given a tour by Pelosi like the day before, hours before, who knows. If you want the skibby on that, just check out millennialmillie.com and watch Shadowgate. I believe that's what covers all that. However, let's see. I'm trying to find this tweet here. The UK government confirms it will be announcing Russian sanctions tomorrow in response to Putin's declaration, and that is Germany also demands that Russia reverse its decision to recognize East Ukraine regions as independent entities, and that's from the German foreign minister. Now, how Germany ties in here. I have some dear scientist friends that live in Russia, and my aunt is from Russia. Now, I was speaking to my scientist friends that I get my healing coils, which they are on totally different. Hold on. They're on totally different healing system than this Western medicine drug pushing BS that our pharmaceutical companies, who, by the way, need arrested from the top down. I don't care what position you hold in their companies, go to prison and make America better. I mean, that's the only way we're going to escape that nonsense and all their polling and whatnot. But I digress. Western medicine now. Yes, Germany does store all our data. And I forgot, I was supposed to explain Germany here. This is how I was going to. My scientist friends, they explained to me how it's widely known all over Russia that they basically, back when the Romanovs killed the last Tsar and the Romanov family took over and all that, and basically, I don't know if that was the end of Tartaria, what, it doesn't matter. But all the Romanovs had basically Prussian or what is the word I'm seeking here? Basically, the German royalty of the time, all I can think of is Prussian, but I think that's more ancient. Bavarian. The Bavarian royalty, or whatever they were called, their lords, ladies, whatever, they married into the Romanov family 100%. So everyone, according to the people I've spoke to, just common people and people of note in Russia, they all say that Germany's been running Russia to some degree for a long time, which is interesting considering people that come back from the military here call Germany Little America. Operation Paperclip. I mean, maybe we're Little Germany, and maybe the Bavarian or Prussian Empire never quite relinquished its hold on anything, considering that's the lineage of the Queen of England. And oh goodness, don't get me started on the circle jerk of all the different DNAs mixing there. But Germany also is the place where that pipeline that is basically running from Russia to Germany goes. But you got to remember they're part of the terrorist UN organization, which is just another corporation. Look up their DUNS number on dnb.com if you don't believe me, just like the WHO. But they, along with Australia, have most of our data farms, like the NSA data farms, stuff like that. Also, there's probably, I think there's one in Alaska, if I remember correctly. By the way, it would be really cool if Snowden came to this chat. I told him I would give him a link to join if he wanted to at some point and found any truth. But he's probably waiting. If he was here, he's probably waiting to see what I had to say. Once again, I digress. So Biden is set to put a bunch of restrictions on cryptocurrency that isn't widely regulated. And cryptocurrency is the only way that we can basically not lose everything in the pursuit of basic freedom that we were guaranteed in the Constitution. This hasn't been a constitutional republic in a very long time. And if you believe that, then you're sadly mistaken. I'm not going to go into the we're all slaves stuff again, but I mean, we have been. And that was completely cemented with the National Security Memorandum that was drafted with Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney, and basically was renewed and signed by, hey, Christine, but that was renewed and signed by, starting with George Bush Jr., the son of the one who had Kennedy killed and made sure democracy didn't happen. I digress once again. I just like throwing them tidbits out because it is what it is. I don't care. I'm all over the board, and that's the way I like to stay. However, yeah, 30 minutes-ish. I've covered a lot really fast tonight. So I'll probably end up being circle back Saki again at some point, which I don't see how she doesn't find herself a joke. I mean, these people really must think that they have already won and that we are the slaves that they use this as. Our social security numbers, just like a prison number. And even when you go to prison, that's all it's for, is to basically be a way to make money for the man. And I'm not going to start the sovereignty thing tonight. It's not worth it. Anyhow, I just think that these truckers need to have a plan, because one way or another, whoever is in control, whether it be Biden or the continuity of government folks, the world bankers, a conglomeration of all of them, they're trying to put Agenda 2030 right in our faces. I mean, I don't even know if it's called 2030. It seems like they're trying to push it up severely, but thank you. Yeah, I showed that off earlier. It'd be excellent to want each other. It'd be cool if you got on the stream and kept me on a right track and maybe showed off your shirt. Anyhow, let's see. I had a few tweets that I wanted to go over that I thought were somewhat important here. I think Germany's got a bunch of UN. Yeah, they're going to converge on DC March 1st for Biden's State of the Union. That would be hilarious, but stupid, I believe. And what's up with Truth Social? I thought it was supposed to open up to everyone today on President's Day, but I just went there before the live stream started, and the app is only on Crapple, which is the only... It doesn't matter if you have free speech on there using an Apple device, because they have built-in backdoors so the feds can get in and take anything they wish out of your cloud and listen in on whatever, do whatever they want to do without a warrant, because that's the way Steve Jobs built it. I mean, all of big tech has their hand in each other's pocket. Google listens to me constantly. I mean, I think that I have actually, since the last first stream, I should say, I did on all this stuff, early February. I ended up having to call UPS fraud department the other night. I'm putting this out there to cover my own butt because someone has been using my UPS account, and it's either internally in UPS or it's a bad actor trying to set me up for something because I'm so transparent and don't really do anything wrong. However, I am all over the net and I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff that goes on. And they thought maybe they could ship something illegal all over the country from random places using my UPS shipping account. I don't know, but the fraud department's on it. So whoever's behind it better put their head between their legs, unless it's UPS itself, because I have made them quite angry for messing around with me in the past. But anyhow, just mentioning that to show that I'm aware of it and to cover my ass in case it is some kind of something to set me up. But let's see. Moscow says U.S. Embassy out of touch with reality after dire terror alert. Biden will soon issue an executive order that will prohibit new investment, trade, and financing by U.S. persons to, from, or in the so-called DNR and LNR regions of Ukraine, which are the ones that Russia is going to recognize the sovereignty of. And Germany's begging them, oh, UK's going to beat us up if we don't. Just get out of the United Nations. The United Nations and NATO are bad news bears. They've gone corrupt, cold, and they're globalists that just want to rule the world. And if you can't see that, then I'm sorry. Put all your money in crypto, put it on a cold storage wallet, and hide it away. That you should do that with your life savings. I don't care who you are. You can do gold, but I mean, when they start seriously regulating crypto like crazy people and trying to confiscate it like old Trudeau there to fund their companies or countries' misdeeds, hopefully he will pay after. I really wish I knew what happened today with that announcement from the ex-premier and him suing Trudeau and whatnot. Putin would not go in crimes against humanity because he has enough secrets, I'm sure, that could blow all of this crap out of the water. The people that need crimes against humanity charges other than Gates, who already has them, and please don't do the green screen of death. I know I'm a Windows insider and you can restart me anytime, but last time was blatantly obvious because that's something I'd never seen before, and I've been an insider for a long time. And I got a gimbal and an S21 Ultra ready to go. And I'd rather be in 4K anyway, so do what you got to do. I can carry around a stick all day and a phone. I'll go sit outside and kick my legs back on the roof I just put up today and say, I'll just say screw it to the man, because everyone knows Gates' grandparents funded the Nazi eugenics experiments, and both sides of every major war his family has funded since Napoleon's times. But then again, so is pretty much all the elite families, Bushes, the Clintons. I'm surprised I haven't been Clintoned already, honestly. It is what it is, though. I bet they're scared of the Mothman or something. Let's see. The West will impose sanctions on Russia no matter what, according to Putin. And their goal is to contain the development of Russia. No, their goal is to keep everyone in line over there. You guys are pulling being the fawns of the group. And they don't like the guy that makes the waves, especially when you're a freaking superpower, man. Putin, they are trying to do you like they did Qaddafi and Saddam. And if you think that Gaddafi and Saddam were just, hunted like dogs because they had weapons of mass destruction and whatnot, then I'm sorry. And technically it's not President's Day. Did you guys know it's George Washington's birthday? I knew that, but I just happened to see that and figured I'd throw it out there. But let's see. Now, TW, you are aware of everything I've said from the beginning. Where do you think I should touch more on as far as the things I've covered? Because I promised to cover a lot today. I'm not taking it back to that fateful day in September when I was in 10th or 11th grade. I can't remember anymore quite yet, but once I've covered all other spots, I'll circle back to there and hit from where Dr. Paul Cottrell reminded me and made me realize that it goes there. I mean, I did circle back with the national or the Emergency Powers Act sort of deal, but there's more, definitely more. And seriously, if you think that a plane destroyed those buildings and you feel ballsy, go scrape the what's it called? I wanted to say RDX, that's not it. Either way, scrape the buildings surrounding the World Trade Center complex that haven't been cleaned recently, and you will find residue from the explosives. Guaranteed. I know people that have done it all day long. You can do that if you aren't seen and have the balls and don't want federally arrested. I got a buddy that lives up north, and he lives on the edge of it's a big place where they used to bury nuclear waste. It's here in West Virginia, of course. Crap, I forget the county, but it's on the edge of a big, like basically massive waste junkyard that's just a bunch of nothing if you look at it. And his dad actually apparently got paid to let them bury some of the World Trade Center Twin Towers. You know, when you bought those commemorative coins made from the World Trade Center buildings, like the scraps, and then the government came, I think it was the FBI, came around and took all those coins back from people, confiscated them, and went to great lengths to get them back. Well, those, along with most of the wreckage of most of the remains of the buildings, were buried in that giant wasteland where they used to bury nuclear waste here in West Virginia. I have heard, I haven't spoke directly to these people except for the son of one of the people, but apparently all the people out there got paid, and I may be killed by them for telling that if it gets them in trouble. Who knows? I'm laying it all out there for whoever wants to listen for, yeah, for all intents and purposes. So, yeah, get a plate, food for thought, served. West Virginia is a crazy place. They have the place formerly known as the National Debt here, which basically kept track of how much America owed. But I guess America owed so much that they decided to distract from that and change it to the Bureau of like Fiscal Services or something now. But even beyond that, there is a ton of federal plates just driving around town that seemingly have nothing to do with that place. And that's, to my knowledge, other than maybe an FBI substation, but who knows? This is the third largest town in the state, but it's been important for a lot of weird reasons. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty positive we have a giant burial mound being called a fort, but Home Skillet, what up? Yeah, I have crammed in a lot. Is there anything I should according out to important things here. Can't grab my phone and look at notes because my phone is gimbaled up right now. I'm going to keep on with Zero Hedge because they said nothing, and I still believe that I tipped them off to some of my sources because 2 days after it was a day after my last stream, or maybe it was 2 days after the first stream I did on the trucker protest or whatever. They actually came to the light side, or the dark side, I called it to them, but I congratulated them for it. But there's no way they couldn't see all the craziness I've been spamming on. I didn't send pocket notes, sorry. Yeah, my basic notes are, you guys want to see my notes? Because my notes don't consist of very much notes. Check this out. Allow. All right, see, there's my notes that I did on my phone with my stylus, and here's a bunch of Twitter jazz. Like, I just been, yeah, Twitter. But yeah, they already have free energy running amok over in Russia. It's everything that the United States wants to put out because they can't make money if a lot of these technologies or ways of life get out. And it's happening. The hippie guy, no good. What are you talking about, hippie guys? I don't know what hippie guy you're talking about. But yeah, see this? Convoy from Cali need to plan carefully long before DC. They know the continuity government, whoever's running the country, knew this would happen. Have to finally justify all the DC security gates, etc. somehow. Easy to add more armed bad actors near DC since Americans are more armed as it is, and easy to take more freedom that way. Canadians aren't as evil as our government. And that was like the second draft of it, so I can kill that because I've already said it. By the way, I'm going to be having Great Minds on a show, looking for a co-host while riding the meat suit and space trucking, which is, meat suit is this skin bag that we are living in, and space trucking is just, going off the tongue, I don't know. It's like the Project Ego thing I was doing on Facebook before they banned me, and I decided to pre-sign up for True Social, and while I wait on my Quixbox and get a portal. However, Kyle Rittenhouse is trending. Why is that? Kyle Rittenhouse is on right now talking about going after the media. I guess it must be a slow news day. Kyle Rittenhouse is a freaking hero, and he needs to go for the media. Someone needs to go for the media before this American trucking. I'll look at this nonsense. He's not a murderer. Well, he was just defending himself, and wow, yeah, I'm getting off of there. Forget a bunch of that. That's a bunch of jazzercising that I'm not down for because I know the truth, and Steven Crowder plainly displayed the truth every inch of the way. 300 cars converge in attempt to take over Virginia City. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. Once I'm sure that Tucker Carlson isn't just like paid counter whatever, then I may declare him one of my heroes because he's pretty ballsy unless he's a controlled opposition. But I'm not even going to get on Millie. She definitely hung up on me after calling me crazy, even though everything I say seems to keep coming true. And once again, Rex Bear, if you watch this, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you had a stream on that's either similar or completely opposite of what I'm saying tonight. And I don't know what time it was, but at least some advertising for you. So there's that. And I don't know what time it was. Maybe you're streaming now, maybe you're not. I won't know until later. Wow, only 46 minutes. Maybe I should keep it short and sweet tonight. I mean, have I tied all this back pretty much to the truckers? Why Ukraine? Gal, wash that gal out of my hair. Like wash Millennial Millie out of my hair. It does sound like a hair product, doesn't she? Rex streams a lot because that is his bread and butter and he's good at what he does. I mean, he was brainstorming the other night and it blew my mind. It reminds me of the brainstorming I used to do when I worked at Papa John's, except no one had any idea what I was talking about. And I was usually standing on a pile of pizza boxes with a backwards hat and a mohawk just preaching. And yeah, that's a whole nother road I'm not going to go down right now. People still care about Israel and Iran. Anyway, I just know that all the globalists seem to have dual with Israel, and I don't trust anyone that has dual citizenship with them. That's why I prefer Asgardia, the first space nation or kingdom, however you decide to describe that. Yeah, he does do plugs for shows while he's live. Shameless promotions, but I think that I think he's a genius, and I'm pretty sure he makes at least $500,000 in just YouTube revenue alone. But that's also why I am surprised that he actually let me promote one of my last live streams, or my first one, on his Facebook, because usually he stays far away from things that are controversial. Because, I mean, you got to support a family somehow. And if you caught him from, I believe it was San Antonio, some of the creepers that he was interviewing there in his early days, wow, he has come a long way. And his brain is like a big mushroom that just keeps gathering. And you know what the Mario Brothers say in the Super Mario Brothers movie? Trust the fungus. Yeah, we should trust the fungus, both literally and figuratively. Let's see. BlackRock. No surprise. They're I bet this is obviously meant to be amusing, but I'm pretty sure that they probably are buying houses there because they want everyone to own nothing and like it. But BlackRock, owned by Vanguard Financial, the people who are on the majority shareholders of all the major companies in the world, and are buying up all the real estate and jacking it up and making it so, yeah, you may make a lot of money selling your property, but you're not going to be buying new property because chances are they already own where you're going, or they sold some of it to China. Who knows? Maybe that's why Hollywood and most of the Midwest seems to be owned by China. I don't know. I think we should get rid of these two-party systems, though. Democrats and Republicans. We just need to be humans and Americans, and support our individual states and get the power back to the states. But we got to use the system to do so, and we have to find a way to get rid of these emergency powers nonsense, because they're being abused just like it was abused, obviously, in Canada with Trudeau. And they are setting an example that we need to follow up there. Probably as we speak, it's still going on. And man, I really, really thought in the beginning that they were going to just pull an Australia. But I also thought Australia was going to have some kind of like armed guerrilla warfare going on after all the meetings, like, of revolutionaries that I may or may not have been witness to at one point in time, but they did nothing apparently. But Canada, man, Bernie, I underestimated your people, and I'm sorry. Oh, and same with you, Mike. You Canadians have gone above and beyond using your mind and those words that I may not be able to stand listening to for long periods of time because it makes me think of people from Milwaukee and in places like that. And I don't want to even say what it makes me feel like or want to do, but I still get a crack out of a boot. And if it weren't for South Park, I wouldn't be able to help myself with making fun of the way you guys talk. But that matters not. I'm kind of a dick, so I don't try to be, but I mean, if I think something's funny, I'm gonna go for it because not many things are funny in this world anymore, especially since I found out all the Epstein cult members were some of the funniest people, and you know, I don't know if Hollywood will ever be the same, even though they're trying. I mean, there's some exceptions. I've laughed, but I mean that Space Force show is just complete garbage. Netflix just needs to give up, in my opinion. I don't think there's been but one or two good shows on Netflix in years, in my opinion. But then again, I'm not trendy like most people. Who cares? We should get our embassy out of Ukraine anyway because they're a bunch of mobsters. And I'm pretty sure Putin said earlier, I said it wrong earlier. The separatist states weren't started by the socialist version of Russia. Ukraine, that government is puppets that were installed by communist USSR. Whenever USSR fell, the Soviet Union fell, whatever. I'm probably using all sorts of terrible terminology, but I'm still waiting for the president of Ukraine to urgently prepare this address that I hear, but he's probably just waiting for words from old Hunter Biden's bosses over there at Burisma to tell him what's up. How do I mean? Oh, great. They're selling Freedom Convoy trucks. More reason to put Trudeau in prison for blackfacing it up. I mean, how many pictures do you need with blackface? I mean, he's running around with Indian headdress on. I wouldn't doubt it if he was wearing stilts, you know, going back to the true Redskins of the I can't even think of it right now. I'm real busy here with the whole Russian thing, but I proved that Ukraine and the Atlantic Council, the bad actors over there, paid the people that were with Wexit. Well, actually, Jeff Darty, as thorough as he is, I know a lot of people love him or hate him, but he's thorough and he is no nonsense by the book, and he reads carefully. He's good with just reading something as it is and not pulling thoughts out of nowhere like a lot of, not getting religious with this. Anyway, we proved that the money went there, but could whoever's in charge have been planning to get our freedoms taken away the entire time in this manner? That is my question. I mean, it seems pretty cut and dry because Biden, if he's actually in control, has been promising Trudeau and all the UN buddies that they're going to make sure the vaccine passports are going through no matter what, despite, I don't think anyone but the most sheep head in the hole, scared to leave their house over a freaking flu, watch too much news kind of folk. I think only those people would actually be up for that, which is like tiny minority. And I don't even think they know it because we need to do things like arrest the media for their collusion, or if they have enough pull to actually tell the truth and help us get some of these politicos locked up and get this show on the road the way it should be and back to a constitutional republic with the majority of the power given to the states like it was intended to by the founding fathers, to my knowledge. Or maybe they still have that power, I don't know, and just are too corrupt and enjoying, like our governor here in West Virginia, he just sits around accepting checks. Like he said COVID was BS, and then he gets a huge check, and then bam, suddenly we all got to wear masks, even though like that even took a while to catch on, and I'm not even sure it fully did here, because I remember when we had the announcement, everyone was dancing in the streets. I was trying to get COVID from anyone I could. I don't know. I say COVID parties, make out, get it. I was trying to prove it wasn't even real then, but yeah, I'm aware it's real. I'm aware it's a weapon delivery system. If you want to know more about that, check out Dr. Paul Cottrell and Rumble and Brighteon, because he's the source for that. He came out with it all first, long before the RNA whatever guy on Joe Rogan, all the other people that don't matter in my opinion. Joe Rogan, he bitched out and bent the knee to the woke left, and I don't think it's going to be that easy for me to have respect for him again unless he starts really pulling out all the stops and like has someone that supports something I've said on there, because I'm always controversial. I'm like Family Guy without the left wokeism from the Hollywood left or whatever. I don't know. I didn't realize that my style was woke left for the longest time, or even somewhat Democrat like I was all down for stopping the pipeline here back when I was pissed about it hurting the Native Americans, and mad because people in California wouldn't wake up because of the Fukushima nuclear crap and this and that, when it turns out I was just doing what the leftist crazies wanted to, and all the woke people. I was part of the problem and didn't even know it, because I was focusing on the controlled opposition instead of being aware there was controlled opposition, and not able to read between the lines, because I had something that seemed more akin to kind of like autism, or being just oblivious to things, even though I have spent my life studying the arcane and all that. But I was that guy that laughed and said America needed a wake-up call after 9/11, and that it was probably our government. I just had no proof as to how or why at the time. But considering I know people who have basically confirmed all the reasons that we've invaded other countries to be false, as opposed to what they tell the public and the mainstream says. And sorry, I'm getting distracted because I can hear myself echoing from the room below me. Mom, can you please turn that down a few clicks? It's like I got an echo from like a minute later. It's killing me here. It's bad enough it's like 80 some degrees upstairs. Anyhow, back to thoughts in the Batcave here. Let's see. Let's find something new. No, please don't. It's bad enough that I don't recall even how to make mods. I need to. I thought there'd be more of my my people here tonight. Like I had I don't know if you guys are familiar with Andreas Zertis. Like he said he would notify a bunch of people. I forget what he called them. to check this out. Maybe people have checked out what's important. Maybe they're checking it out on other formats, because I did send a ton of people to my website, and I don't even have a counter on there of how many people watch the video. I don't know if it counts it on YouTube as watches from where, but it's definitely embedded at aaroncorbitt.com, which I'm actually managing that now, and about to rescind my business license for Chemical Valley Sales, because it's a waste of money getting nickel and dime by GoDaddy, the biggest damn thieves that could ever host websites that don't make a very good one themselves. They wouldn't know how to make a good website if it bit them in the ass. Once again, I digress. It's off topic. Let's see. You know what? I feel like I need to walk around a little bit, so I'm going to switch to the hey, something Bernie said. Thank you, Bernie. All right, the U.S. plans to announce new sanctions on Russia on Tuesday. Interesting. Yeah, let's do something that involves. Oh, come on, that can't be unavailable still. Let's see if I can way back this. I really want to show you guys that you can get free energy from Russia for, I'm not sure if it's cheap or not, but Wayback Machine. Oh wow, they freaking, I believe, killed it. Oh, why would Wayback Machine cache a URL from Russia that I've translated to English? Couldn't tell you. Saturday morning. Let's try. Man, I should have saved that. I'll have to get a hold of my home skillets. Let's transfer over to gimbal status. Oh, turn into Men in Black alien investigation by ICP network. ICP apparently is investigating aliens. The band, not the coin. Maybe make you big on screen, you tiny. Yeah, I could do that. You just want to look at me anyway. All right, maybe I should get back to my StreamYard controls over here so I can even do anything like that. Yay! Hey, all right. Robert Sepper, good peoples. Oh, look at, I'm live. All right. Oh, by the way, I'm also always going to be live unless they ban me from streaming on there on that place. It's got the IN in LinkedIn. Wow. What is wrong with me? I was just about to use this on my computer screen. I figure that even works. All right, 1 second. I'm mute. Can you hear me? Oh. Unmuted cam. Come on, bring back the cam. Yes, I have eaten. Why do you ask? All right, why can't I be seen? That's a good question. Let's put me on Wi-Fi and see if that fixes the problem. Gonna be working on this here. Oh, computer. Ha. All right, guys. So I've just been booted. That was craziness in a bag of battered hand docks or something. Hmm. Evil shenanigans. All right, let's see what all can I do with this camera. I don't even know if I like this camera. It is what it is, though. Wonder how I do a little full screen. Thank you. I'm trying to get this to cooperate, but all sorts of weird shenanigans are happening at the moment. Trying to look at the broadcast info. I'm still broadcasting everywhere. That's good. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys see my intro again just because I liked it. Well, I try and figure out this layout because I can't see Jack and I don't even know what I'm filming. So, enjoy. right, I'm definitely back. And I got to hold myself at a distance. I really wish I knew how to do full screen here. It's pretty evil shenanigans. Good. Let's see here. I'm gonna switch to the outward facing cam and let you guys see the oops. Facing back 0. There you go. I don't know what camera that is, but it looks good enough. You're going to see what I see every night. And you're going to give me topics to ramble about while I stand out here freezing in short sleeves in the cold. Sorry, backwards controls like Pilot Wing 64. Welcome to West by God, Virginia, where people they right to be stupid. Sometimes. That's the horizon that I enjoy every day. So give me something to talk about, guys. Anything you guys want to know more about? Or do you guys want to hop on? I can give you the link. If anyone would like to jump in and converse head to head or head to Parkersburg here. Anybody? Bueller? Oh, come on. It's an hour and 14 minutes in. How about I just post the link? Anyone want to join in? I haven't done this so. Why can't I comment in the chat? There we go. Alright, I'll use my damn finger. There we go. Married Pachamama? What's Pachamama? Oh, I figured out how to do something. Wow. All right. Well, I'm going to try and go back on the computer. Whoa. Turn the wrong way here. Wow. Security cameras and mess. Sorry, getting that shit cleaned up. That is my helium antenna that I plan to make even taller. And I don't know how good the camera is at night here, but you can kind of see the roofing that I did today. And yeah, those hills just go on and on and on. That's why we're the Mid-Ohio Valley. All right. Hi. And hello, you fine people. I'm going to talk to you like this so I don't have to switch cameras until I get back to the PC while I'm logging in. So in addition, I won't be able to see your chat, but I knew this would come in handy because they always love to reboot me at the worst possible. It seems. God, I love this gimbal. Love the gimbal. You didn't see anything behind me. All right. I definitely planned for this if you couldn't tell. Of course you can. I've stated a million times and all right, we've reached the speedy round. Let's now for time for something different. And I got a hat for it. I would dress as Darth Vader for the remainder, but I'm not feeling it, and I can't be stealing valor and talking to people that may end up calling me out for it if I wear my dad's beret. So, Cemetery the Enchanter, ending this in on a lighthearted note, and mainly because I enjoy Timothy the Enchanter hat, and I can't find any of my other funny hats right now. So if you have one of those furry cat in the hat sort of raver, have the little pocket inside that are multiple colored, please send it to me, and I will happily wear it. I'll even find a convertible to wear it while riding in. You know that. All right, 1 second. Let me start my PC, and I will get to you guys normally and get to some new points here. Maybe I knew I had other points, but oh yeah, I can delve deeply into the 9/11 nonsensical fun stuff. All right, out of there, Telegram. All right, and check out my really awesome mode up there. Oh wait, you can't see it. Go. While I deactivate this, you can check out my baby. Yeah, and my little corner of silence. That's where I put people when they've been bad. All right. Bum, bum, bum. All right, guys. Let me kill it over. Yeah. All right. So we're back. Why do I still hear myself? Out of there. All right, we're good to go. Can everyone hear me all right? Oh yeah, part 2. All right. Which reminds me, I'm going to kill. Oh wow, my phone's hotter than his Zach. Let's kill the Bluetooth on that majigger and charge this in case we have another incident. Probably should have put the case back on my phone first because something tells me I may drop it. All right. Let's see. It should let me know if anyone decides to join the stream, which so far nobody. There's one person in my Twitch. Wonder if that's Millie. And 3 people in my YouTube. Yeah. Hey, YouTube person, why don't you join the live stream? It might behoove you. It might behoove you. Come on, I'm being silly just because no one takes me seriously anyway, apparently. Come on. I bet LinkedIn definitely is going to be amused by this one. And thanks for that idea, Millie, if that is you listening in on Twitch. If not, I don't mind who it is. But yes, that StreamYard link will bring you into the back room, and it'll let me know, and I can add you to the stream, and we can debate. You can question me. I'm out of things to say, and I usually like to make this about an hour and 45 minutes long. So do your worst. I love answering questions. And apparently my mods don't feel like getting jiggy with the live stream. One's too close to a baby, and the other one is talking about the Pope's marriage right now and prefers to chat with a phone next to a microphone, apparently. And yep. All right. Well, I'm going to go to one other place that I like to source. Let's see. Which is Dr. Paul. And I don't care the format I am on. I don't care if I get kicked off of YouTube forever, because soon I'll be on True Social. And I just started mirroring everything on from my YouTube to Rumble and BitChute. I can upload there as I wish. And so what are you wanting to do beyond oh, you can take calls, like calls, like people call in a phone number and like meh, 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 meh. And then you can hang up on them if you wish, like someone did to me. No, actually most people I call into hang up on me because they don't get my point and they think I'm going to ramble something that is against their narrative, and they hang up on me. But no, no, so you would hang up on me. Like, what if I was wanting to talk about petrified things? Oh goodness. I don't even know. Let's see here. We are going to El Rumble. Because I told Dr. Paul I'd give him a shout out, but I had petrified things like the Ubuntu. You mean like the Linux operating system? Ubuntu? And the jam, baby. All right, now, sorry. Giant hearts. Oh, I love the giant hearts. Like, if I didn't get my fill of rocks when I was little, like especially after Mammoth Cave, then I would be all over the rocks. But Petra, girl, if you ever go to Petra, you got to find some way to snuggle me in your suitcase. Snuggle me. I smuggle me. And yeah, because I don't want the Asgardian kingship to just abduct me or even be able to, even though I have not quite got their website to let me get my passport sent to me, only because I cannot seem to take a passport quality picture. Biopatriot Act. That's what Dr. Cottrell calls it. Sorry, I can't get that little tune from my intro out of my head. My buddy played it back in the day. I fit in small places. You could put me in any sort of luggage, and then we would just have to take a ship off the coast of like Mexico, maybe from the Keys, and sail across to Africa and around to Jordan. Yeah, I could probably actually find people in the dark web to smuggle me over there on maybe a military flight if I'm lucky. I could go in the back of a C-130 wearing a James Bond suit and just rappel out over Petra. Or do a halo jump. I mean, I've never done a halo jump, but I have flown not strapped into the back of a C-130 military cargo plane. Are you doing the thing to join or a dirigible to Petra trip link? All right, I'm going to put Dr. Paul's website. Actually, I'm going to put his Rumble channel in the chat. Sardinia sounds like a fun place. I've just seen most of it thanks to, who is it? Which one is it? Paul Cook? I don't know. I get all those British people confused. I mean, heck, I thought Cam was like observation deck in the middle of the night, and they don't even sound anything alike. I don't get it. Aerials? Aerials in the sky. When you lose small mind, you free your lives. No, you listen to me. No, I'm playing. Trying to get this link to paste, but life is a waterfall. You drink from the river, then we turn around and put up our walls. I like whenever he's singing with Tech Nine in the song Straight Out the Gate. That is an excellent song. And that is the Rumble channel. I'm currently all right, I'll just put it on here. Hold that thought.
Is an extension of this through the lens of COVID. And so the existential threat was the virus. I have my own theory on what transpired with that. But, you know, this existential threat that happens. And there's this curtailment of civil liberties. And it's a larger framework. So the ones that have been listening to me for...
I'll let him link it back to 9/11.
Over years, understand this. But for the new people...
I'll see Paul Cook later. Don't you worry.
Of this Biopatriot Act and then dovetail it into the current context of the truckers, Mike Lindell...
No, this guy I went on to... be on my Project Ego, Exceptionally Gifted Ones fireside chat.
So the canonical event timeline starts at about...
Because what he talks ties in a lot to what I was already figuring out. He just takes a much more doctor scientific aspect outlook to it.
In 01. Right? And
no, Rex is on a second live stream since I started.
And I'm going to
Go
put the
figure.
delineation point for the United
I don't
States.
mind.
February 1st. Okay. 20. Okay. Obviously, the virus was released before that, you know, depending on the theory you go by, anywhere from August, October, November 2019. Some people say even March, May. That's debatable, but definitely something was happening in China in
Can y'all hear what he's saying all right?
in the third and fourth quarter of 2019. But the delineation is from my perspective is February 1st. That was when we had the suspected first case in New York. That's when we had this New York City press briefing. It was on February 1st. Okay. And if you remember Event 201, all right, Event 201. Well, when I see Event 201, I'm seeing a couple things. February 1st.
That should be a lot better.
And that's what happened with New York City. Not only that,
Yeah.
9/11 peak number. That number is the number of minutes that it
I
took
don't know.
for the buildings to fall once they were hit by the planes, the Twin Towers. Once the first hit happened, that was the countdown, and then it was 102 minutes when both towers fell. When you look at a bookend is like this. The bookends are like this, and then you put the books right in between, right? These are your books, right? The bookends are mirror images. This whole thing is a canonical event. The mirror image of 9/11 is Event 201. The mirror image of 9/11 is the COVID-19 crisis. What happened here, and I'm the only one that had both people this on the internet, all right? Now, I'm sure this is being discussed in agency circles, all right? But I'm the only one that has brought this up. Now, this 102 is the mirror image of 201, okay? When you have a mirror here and you're projecting and you flip it, the 2 is in the front, the 0 is in the center, and then the 1 is in the back. So the mirror images. This is a mirror image. The mirror image
I
of
like the
102
way
is
you
201.
smile at me, baby. I like the
What
view
happened out
from
of this
here.
was the Patriot Act.
And when you come in here.
What happened out of this is what I call the bio-Patriot Act. Now, what this means is curtailment of civil liberties, the growing of institutions, and an erosion of freedoms, and this domestic inward surveillance from the CIA, the FBI, the NSA. That's what this was happening. And it did an overreach here. The big difference here is that now you have decaching. You didn't have decaching here. Decachings, white papers were coming out in two. I read one.
I'm going to stop in
from
just
the
a second
IMF that was
and
going back to 2014,
expand on everything you're saying.
And Geithner right after 9/11, or right after Lehman. So Lehman is around 2007 to 2009. Okay, that whole episode. All right, around 2009 was when Geithner was asked some questions at an economic forum, and I think it was the New York Economic Club.
About to be a double doctorate.
About decashing.
Check out my cool watch.
How it might tie into
about it doing things backwards.
North American, Central South American currency that they called the
Matrix.
And he had some perspective. At that time, you gotta remember, he was the Treasury Secretary.
I will
right during
move ahead a bit.
The Bio Patriot Act, BPA.
I'll let him explain what the Bio Patriot Act is, if he's going to do that, and then I will cut in and take over.
What they want out of it, and it's not going to be one act. It's going to be several things.
Because he's way too doom and gloom.
Part of different bills. There'll be riders. And it's what I call, it's not going to be wrapped up in a bow like it was on with the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act was a piece of full legislation. The Bio Patriot Act is going to be pieces of it in stimulus packages, in infrastructure bills, stuff like this. Civil liberties bills and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so you have this digital dollar. Okay.
What do you mean mirror building?
This is part of the decash. This is going to be a digital dollar from the Federal Reserve. Okay. It's not going to be Bitcoin. They're not going to give that up. Now, people don't understand that when they were beta testing all these different currencies and creating a marketplace and using beta testing and use cases for blockchain, they were letting people invest in Bitcoin and building infrastructure that the Federal Reserve can piggyback and just issue a digital dollar. Then they're going to start killing off all the other digital currencies. So if you have money in Bitcoin, I would suggest that you close it out, because
that's bad advice.
That the Federal Reserve is going to make.
All right, first of all, that's bad advice. All you need, twin mirror. I'm so confused. What the crap are you guys talking about? Like, not stream, or what's going on here? All right, what I have got to say yeah, Dr. Paul came to the same conclusion, but drawn out and gloomy. Would you guys say there? Is that about right? Let's start off with the dirigible to Petra. How are those comments floating? I didn't tell them. So what's up with this twin mirror craziness? And once again, this is Dr. Paul's Rumble if you're interested in more about it. And if you would like to join in on the live stream, should you be someone that just comes in and decides to be hopping on the good foot and doing the bad, or just want to question my intelligence. That's cool. Quite perky for the subject matter. Like, I'm all confused. Y'all mods are messing with my mojo jojo here. Mojo jojo. I actually have something possibly better. As soon as I can whoa, didn't mean to F11 that screen. Perky for the subject matter. Man, I can't be my normal comedic self on here because I would get shut down real fast. Maybe lose some friends. I'm dark sometimes. I rarely have any idea what either of you are talking about. Actually, I lied. I usually understand more than people, more than I let people believe it I do. All right, yeah, there's nothing new in headlining, so let's kick this pig. All right, I'm gonna give you one more chance. And T-Dubs, you are usually one that can pull the whole synopsis of all the ramblings together. You might be able to too. I heart fairies. I don't know. If either of you would like to pull out the things that I have covered and see what needs to be expanded on further, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to find some way to kick this pig, and what I'm going to do is sign off showing you guys about Allegheny Slim and his problems with the smoke monster. Which I need a better sound effect for that because I forget what the smoke monster sounded like. So I just made it sound like trains and some crashing. Or I can sing a song. I've been holding my crystal for a while too. I don't know. I could be saying, let's punch this gift horse in the mouth, but I believe Fairies has heard me say that more than once while playing Destiny 2. Whenever she thought it was a live stream instead of the fake sort of live stream. Which I forgot I was even doing that thing with the word. Yeah. So none of the people that I wanted to, like, as far as the big people came once again, which is not a surprise. I don't hate animals. I love my pup. And I like fairies pups. And I just hate birds and cats, really. They're the reason there's no war in space. And I can't walk to a public pool without a shirt on without birds, like, doing their thing. Yeah. All right. Ha! Ha! I actually made a comment. Chicken attack! Yeah, I can't do that right now. I'd have to stretch my voice. Hey, you pay more attention to me than I pay attention to me. Or than I can remember about myself. Oh, gotta turn this fan on so my computer does not overheat, because to keep it warm downstairs for the mom. Regardless, hey Fairies, do you have a Twitter account? Because I totally tweeted to you. And it was kind of, I was a douchebag when I said that, apparently. But I would like to know, did you ever use ICQ or Prodigy back in the day? Maybe IRC. Troll the message boards. Because I know you did the AIM. Oh, I just tweeted in general. I didn't even put a name on it. I just said, what can I say? I'm a 30-something geek, and you had me at AIM screen name. And then I wondered out loud. I said no name, but I wondered out loud if you ever used ICQ or Prodigy, which was like the predecessor popular thing to AOL. But like, I don't know. Let's see. Biden administration pushes for even more climate roadblocks for upcoming oil and gas projects. Yeah. If you can't see that the sun controls everything, we get our oxygen primarily from the oceans and the trees to scrub the air, and the high CO2 makes the world more green, then you can just... Is that what it said on your Facebook? Mine was... Oh, shit. Don't know where I'm typing. That's funny. Yeah. In that backwards order, too. Did any of you use Face the Jury before MySpace even became a thing? Like where you rate people 1 to 10, and it was kind of like the thing to do before MySpace and Facebook. And then it became like some terrible place where people sell themselves, like MySpace and probably soon Facebook. Which technically they probably already do on Facebook, but that's another story entirely. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything new. Russia, for the millionth time, says there's no Ukraine invasion and there's none planned. And it's all an agenda. So, yeah, I have all my AIM conversations saved from the beginning of time until, like, I don't know, until I started keeping just a hilarious quotes thing and stopped saving all my emails because it wasn't feasible any longer to save every email and AIM conversation. But I have most of my AIM chat logs still saved to this day. People would trip if they saw the stuff I had saved from back in the day. Like memes, like real memes, like every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten. Please think of the kittens. And it's got those little chiclet looking dudes with the like teeth that I forget the name of because I'm damn near 40 and I was never really into whatever that Japanese trend was in the first place. They go nom nom nom. Who will not be president? Ha ha. Hilarious. Yeah, I got a lot more saved than just saving conversations. I'm that guy that likes security cameras and had them before most people had a second thought. I just hate those people that record you with their phone without telling you, just randomly, and they're really good about making it not seen. Like, now, I do have a recording app on my watch. Ooh, software update. Let's install now. By the way, anyone watching this wants to buy a Galaxy Watch 3 or a Huawei Watch 2 Classic, go to chemical-valley.com. or just shoot me a message on any platform you feel, because I will cut you a deal. And if you want Bitcoin miners as well. Oh, what's happening here? My whole screen went white. Oh. Live journal. All the girls I dated had pink hair in live journal. Like, yeah. And they also had... I met most of the people I've dated in my life on MySpace, Face the Jury, and Facebook. And when in its early days, I met one person on Plenty of Fish, and that was a mistake. Of course, I know it's live journal. I've lived most of my life in front of a computer. Well, half of it. The other half, I lived being a cool guy doing cool things. But I mean, I am geeky as hell. What is the thing that's like a newer version of live journal? I can't remember what it's called, but I have it. Oh, I started dating people in 2003 and stopped calling them emo that had live journals. But all the emo kids at the shows. No, I'm not a big blogger, although I should. I do talk a lot about myself and enjoy doing it and run around acting like I have a show all the time, but that's neither here nor there. That's just it's just one of the reasons they think that I'm a narcissist, and I just am a loner and got to keep sane somehow. So, and people tell me I'm interesting frequently, and despite I don't believe them, my best stuff always seems to be not recorded. So, got to start recording it. Really, I used to just make shows and put the local clubs out of businesses by stealing their best bands. Ha, Caffeine Kellys, goodbye. It has been almost 2 hours, guys. I wish I could remember what the newer version of LiveJournal was. Like, anyway, how do you want to end this? With the adventures of Allegheny Slim or me singing a song? Hold on, I can't see the answer because I opened way too many things. Caffeine Dreams? What the heck are you talking about? All right, Allegheny Slim it is. And I leave you. Da da da. Since no one wants to come on and debate me, which I can debate till the end of time. And those who know, know. Your coffee shop. What about your coffee shop? You would love Kappa Corby's. Oh, damn. I didn't know you had a coffee shop. I just rented out the community building, paid $20 for 2 hours, and then turned the keys back in after 2 hours and kept the place till 3 a.m. And then told the shitty band that I booked just to get more people there and more money that had to play at the end that they couldn't play because we were out of time and it was late. And I only wanted to hear Shindig, Can't See Straight, and Migraine 33 anyway. Oops. All right. All right, and we are going to play Allegheny Slim. Where are you? Where is the main one here? Oh, duh. I fell down. Eep. Loud. Oh, I went to the bars after the shows. I drank more before I was 21 than after.
Allegheny Slim. Allegheny Slim. Allegheny Slim. Oh, it's like again. This is bad. I'll never forget. I'll never forget you.
The Bifrost. I'm probably going to get sued for that Dharma logo. Want to see it one more time? So you want to see it one more time? Because it's playing again. Once again, this is my 4 hours I spent learning professional special effects last night. This badass hat, I'll never forget it. That was terrible. No, I just went to the island that way. All right, guys. Yeah, do as the shirt says. Oh, there was a lot of audio effects in that. There was definitely a lot of audio effects in that. Allegheny Slam! Allegheny Slam! Ernest P. Worrell here. No, all right. You guys, since it's probably just down to my mod. Oh, wait, there's a couple extra people. I'm surprised, but they can watch the replay because this pig is kicked. The gift horse has been punched, and to all a good night. Thank you, mods, for doing your thing. And blah, 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 yakety schmackety.